This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I love it when a piece of media deconstructs its art form in incredibly inventive ways. Metal Gear Solid 2 and BioShock are games which highlight how the player is essentially puppeteering the main character through these controlled scenarios at the request of ulterior forces. The Stanley Parable does the same, only in much more meta and creative ways. Even though following the narrator's instructions leads to a very nice story about the inertia of being a white-collar worker and seizing agency back into your life, there's still the irony of achieving freedom by doing exactly what you're told. All the endings have some sort of commentary on player choice, unfulfilling lives, and the power of control, or the lack of it, presented in incredibly funny, trippy, or even rather disturbing ways. One of my favorite things about this game is how it captures how inherently unsettling these kinds of first-person games can be. The whole aesthetic, in combination with the premise of being the only person in the building, as well as the nature of some of these endings, does send a shiver up my spine at times, awaiting a jump scare that never comes. I finally checked out the Ultra Deluxe version for this video, and I did miss the unnerving edge from some of those endings, plus I wish there were more proper choices to make. But overall, there's still a lot of fun to be had with its commentary on sequels and the bucket endings, and it was great to once again have the thrill of being surprised by this game, where playing for long enough leads to the idea of narrative completely collapsing in on itself. Stanley's co-workers are missing simply because they never existed. Hell, Stanley doesn't exist. We're just told we're playing as a man called Stanley and buy into the illusion for a while. It's a lot to take in, but what anchors all the endings and the entire game is the narrator. In terms of gameplay, you're really just seeking out commentary from him, which can make just standing around a lot of fun.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
The writing is always self-aware, silly, smart, thought-provoking, or incredibly funny, and whether as an earnest storyteller or omnipresent belittler, Kevin Brighting's performance is absolute perfection. I think that's the main ingredient which has made this game strangely replayable for me. I know all the endings, yet re-experiencing this deliciously mind-bending, creepy, and often hilarious experience is always a fantastic time. But maybe I'll give it a decade until next time.